Hey guys, Justin from Salty Toad Fishing here. So just giving you all another fishing report. I got out this morning with my buddy Jared. We dropped in at 6:30 in the morning. It was a cold morning. It was 30 degrees when we got out there. Water temp was 46 degrees. So we decided to start in some deeper water due to the colder water temps. And what I did first is I threw this bait here. It is a Slick Junior. The color is Ozark Shiner, and it's on a 3/16 blue water candy jig head. These jig heads are my favorite jig heads to use for bottom fishing, anything like this Slick Junior or a Lil John. They work really well when you're twitching a bait that's going to dart back and forth on bottom. So if you don't have the Slick Juniors, I highly recommend giving them a try. I have them in every color, and I've had great success in every color. If you watch some of my other videos, you'll definitely see this is one of my favorite baits to use when I'm fishing bottom. So I fished this for a while, and right off the bat got on the fish immediately. By I think 7:30, within the first hour, I had 13 speckled trout in the boat. Smallest around 16 inches, the biggest was around 21 inches. So some pretty good quality fish, and they were all on bottom. I think for the first, I don't know, 8 or 9 were on that exact bait. And then what I did is just switch things up a little bit just to see what else they would hit. I ended up switching next to another Slick Junior, but this is the Croaker color, and this is on an owner twist lock weighted hook. That's a 1/8 ounce owner twist lock weighted hook. The benefit of using the bait this way is it flutters really, really nicely. So this just really rocks back and forth and flutters down, and that tail wiggles really nice as it's going through the water. And more times than not, that will get hit on the drop. If you're anywhere near a fish, it's hard for them to pass that thing up. It looks really, really natural, and they can't resist it. So huge, I'm a huge fan. Highly recommend, if you haven't tried them, to give them a try. The key to using baits like these when the water temp's that low, when the water temp's under 50 degrees, 45 to 50 degree range or even colder, is take your time. Give it all day. When I'm casting these baits out, I like using a lighter jig head because what's going to happen is these fish are not going to move a whole lot to find bait when it's cold out. They like to find where they want to sit, and they're going to lay down there. The only way they're going to eat bait, really, usually when it's that cold, is they're going to wait for it to swim right in front of it. So you want to fish these baits super slow, these lighter jig heads, so that if they're not right on bottom and it floats in front of them, it's floating slow enough for them to grab it. But the key factor is fish it slow. So every single time I would cast these out, I would give it probably 20, 30 seconds, sometimes more, to get to the bottom. And a lot of times they would hit it while it was laying on bottom. If they didn't, I would do the normal twitch technique, and then I would give it another probably at least 10, 15 seconds in between. And almost every single hit was when the bait was laying on the bottom. So it's hard to be patient sometimes. It's hard to wait that long, but I can assure you, most days when the water temp is that cold, these fish are down around the bottom and they don't want to move much. So take your time. That's my tip of the day. Then what I did is I wanted to try one of my custom painted baits. This is the deeper custom painted bait that I have. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear, but it has some good rattle to it. I painted it in kind of a Mardi Gras style color there, and it's kind of a mix between a rattle trap and like an MR18. My favorite part about this bait is it has a really nice wobble as it's going down, a lot like a Paul Brown. If you fished a Paul Brown, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. They wobble really nice going down. So I threw that out after I caught, I think, 11 or 12, and I got hit 3 strike casts with that. 2 of them I lost, but I ended up landing a 21-inch speckled trout with that. After I threw that, after I caught that trout, unfortunately the bite pretty much completely shut down. We didn't get another bite for probably another 20 or 30 minutes, so we ended up moving on. Moved around, tried a couple different spots, didn't really find anything else. So we ended up moving into a shallower area that we had success on recently. And what we did is we switched over, we started throwing baits like this. This is another one of my custom painted baits. It's just like an MR17 mirror lure. And we got into them pretty good there as well. So Jared caught 4 at the spot. It was about 4 to 6 feet deep. Water temps were up a little bit, around 49, 50 degrees in this area. and we ended up catching, Jared caught 4 at this spot, I caught 5, and the ones that I caught at this spot were on the baits like these, my custom painted MR17 looking baits, which they've been working really, really well. So anyways, it was a great day overall. I can't really complain. We caught a total of 22 speckled trout, smallest around 16 inches. The biggest was around 21.5 inches. So some really good stuff out there. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay safe out there, tight lines, and I'll see you on the next one.